What'd you say?
It's like online shopping, absolutely, Cliff.
Is there like an electronic way to do business?
Electronic way of doing business, very nice answers. We have basically 4 different types: B2B, B2C, C2C, and e-government. And B2B, what does that mean?
Business to business.
Business to business. B2C.
Business to consumer.
Business to consumer. C2C.
Consumer to consumer.
Consumer to consumer. E-government is just the way it sounds. Can somebody give me an example of any one of those? Are you picking me up all right?
Yeah.
Great. Can somebody give me an example of any one of those? Business to business, business to consumer, consumer to consumer, or e-government?
Could it be like Walmart talking with, like, some other company to sell their product?
Absolutely. It can be like business to business is when Walmart sets up some kind of supply chain with a beverage retailer like Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola makes a lot of products. I know Walmart's really big on working directly with the manufacturer, business to business. There's some kind of relationship. There's some kind of technology that's probably driving that relationship. Excellent example. A good example of business to business is Walmart with some kind of beverage company like Coca-Cola. Somebody else give me an example of any one of those. Jermel.
Would business to consumer be something like when you go like on AT&T.com, how you can chat with a live person?
Absolutely, that's another great example. Business to consumer is any business that's offering an electronic presence or an e-presence to their consumer. Jermel points out, well, AT&T, you can go on their website and you can live chat at any time with one of their reps. Great example. How about consumer to consumer?
eBay.
Facebook,
Yeah,
eBay,
Craigslist?
I was going to say eBay.
Craigslist.
I was going to say eBay.
eBay's a really good example.
Is it even like you buy something in a store and you tell someone else? You buy it and they buy it?
If you buy something in the store, you like it, you tell someone else. Is that consumer to consumer e-commerce?
How about like reviews?
Hold your thought for 1 second. Miss Mackenzie, I'm not sure it is unless there's some kind of electronic interface involved, like maybe Facebook. Like you're on Facebook, you become a fan of Walmart, you buy whatever, you make that announcement on the Walmart page, you pass it on to your friends, then it might become something along those lines.
How about like reviews online about products and
Reviews online, give me more, what are you thinking?
like a product that someone tried and they go online and they say it's a good product and they use 4 or 5 stars or whatever.
So let's say that you like Justin's device. You talked about Justin's device. You like that. You give it 5 stars. Where are you posting that review though, and under what category does it fall?
Like on either like their website or a website. I don't really know off the top of my head.
I think you raise a good question because then it becomes a little more complex, a little more gray, because you're using a company's website, but you're really kind of advocating for the company. There's still more business to consumer in there. In terms of e-government, I gotta get rid of that. That was so sad what they did to that poor guy. Hold on now. Right? Am I going the right one? Talk to me about e-government and what services are available through e-government, Miss Lauren.
Like personal taxes and the stimulus package that they...
Say that again?
Like the stimulus package and like filing your taxes and stuff.
Filing your taxes. You can electronically file your taxes. That's a great example. Andrew.
Does it count like I can renew my license and stuff online?
You can renew your license online, absolutely. So you've got federal government, you've got the local government. Can I just show you this really quickly? Hold on, apply for assistance, disasterassistance.gov. So last spring, last spring, do you remember the rain that we had last spring? It just rained and rained and rained, and oh my God, it just didn't stop raining. Does everybody remember what Rhode Island looked like? The Warwick Mall was flooded.
Completely flooded. The entire state.
Completely flooded the entire state. Well, what happened then was, right, President Obama declared a disaster area, correct? Declared Rhode Island disaster area. What does that mean when a state, county, whatever is declared a disaster area? Well, yeah, we were definitely screwed. That was great, but more importantly, funds are made available. So, my house was flooded. I should say our. So I think, hang on if I can remember this.
Did the state give you money?
They did. So when I hear that, you know, Rhode Island was declared, or whatever area was declared a federal disaster, we can apply for funds. I lost a upright freezer, I lost a washing machine, and I lost a big ticket item, the furnace. So I did all of this online. If you go to the very first page of disasterassistance.gov, there's a little questionnaire. Before you even apply, they give you this, they ask you to take a pre-screening questionnaire because they ask for your social security number to be sure that you're a legal citizen. They ask for my income, my husband's income, and you know, of course it's the federal government, I was very honest. But my income, my husband's income, I also included, we have rental property, I included that as well. A bunch of other stuff that they asked, but I was amazed. When you hear about federal government and you think about applying for this kind of thing, I was amazed at how easy it was. So I took the questionnaire just to be sure that I had all the documents in a row that I needed. And then I went ahead and I started my registration, and I did all of this online. So I filled out, it took me maybe 20 minutes to do, and it kept me posted. Like initially, if you look at the dates, and this happened within a week, it was just amazing, that they called my washing machine and my upright freezer and my furnace, quote, repairable. So they set aside, that was almost $600, they thought that they, based on this estimate they used, blah, blah, blah. They instantly deposited it into my account. It was crazy. I had this money within like a week. So yada yada, then they also decided that I needed a dehumidifier and an industrial fan to help clean up, as well as a wet dry vac. So they gave me some money towards that. I tried to get a sump pump, but the disaster had already happened. So the idea behind this was to help going forward. So I got money to pay for the wet dry vac, the dehumidifier, and an industrial fan. Then I found out that the, all right, straight up, my furnace is like 25 years old. It's a big ticket item. They're usually $6,000, $7,000 depending upon the model that you buy. Thinking, okay, maybe the federal government will give me a little money towards it. They paid for the entire thing. It's no wonder the country's broke. Seriously, it's no wonder the country's broke. Straight up, there comes a point in your professional life that you should be able to absorb a hit like that. My husband and I could have paid for that. At $7,000, we could have paid for that. I would not have liked taking that money out of the savings account, but I had it. But all of this happened electronically. The guy who showed up to document my basement, have you seen those Tough books? It's a laptop called a Tough book. If you're logged in, you can do it. Say that again?
Like waterproof and
It's waterproof, fireproof. If you drop it, it just will, hold on, let me see if I can find the Tough book.
You can drive over it.
You can